Hello, Holy Saturday, 2025. Under order of the Master of Universe, I am going to deliver the dismissal of the United States of America existence, which is already originally written on April the 16th, 2025, addressed to the Dominican Republic, President Luis Abinader, Chief Justice John Rabbit, International Court of Justice President Judge Nawaz Salam for Criminal Court, Senator Marco Rubio, Senator Chuck Schumer, Speaker Mike Johnson for Donald Trump, FBI Washington, Canada Supreme Court Rod Honor Chief Justice Richard Wagner. So this is written dismissal of the America existence that reveal on the Holy Bible prophecy say America not found in the end time event. So it's already all the supernatural power already come down on the January 7, 2025. Today, I'm adding on more of the dismissal of the American existence, or dismissal of the IRS, dismissal of Department of Justice, dismissal of the Bureau of Intelligence, and the dismissal of the State Department and all embassies throughout the world. Matter of the fact is I'm speaking based on evidence that I collect myself. Back in year 2001, the President of the United States, George Bush, already ordered and stole my $26 million. That later on I found that from the IMF at the country of Benin, mingle with other funds. And right now still with the bank of the BCEAO, but in my account, but the IRS hacked the bank system, stole it from me about a year ago by the IRS lawyer Luke Zabulon, and I think two of the technicians. So they stole it from me. Continue on, the evidence. Donald Trump, back in the year 2018, he ordered assassinate several Americans in the Afghanistan, serve at the UN peacekeeping in the investigation department, which is on that several American soldier Donald Trump ordered assassinate successfully is my late brother, predestined brother, Brigadier General Dana Wood. Continue on, they block to return all these soldiers to the family. So by the time my husband, predestined husband, General Austin Scott Miller, who was legally deployed to Afghanistan by the United States Senator Buddy, bring my late brother casket back to me. Donald Trump, it was in May and July 2020, Donald Trump ordered by the purchased the Canadian custom agent block, bring my brother casket returned to me, and Donald Trump ordered to assassinate General Austin Scott Miller, which is my predestined spouse. moving forward, they continue to Ryan McCarthy, Secretary of Army, order on the December 24 of 2020 to ship 5 American soldiers to Damascus, Syria, that led by General Austin Scott Miller. They say that peace talk for Israel and Syria, but that's not true. They trapped General Miller and 5 other American soldiers in a hotel in Syria to assassinate General Miller. But God the Father tell me, so I took him out of Syria, which are doing that trip. End up with murder one of the American soldiers, Southern Mascot. Continue on back to Afghanistan, Kabul on March the 6th, 2021. They assassinate the White House patrol for the UN, NATO in Afghanistan, and the soldier and the businessman Korean. It was they attempt to assassinate General Austin Scott Miller, but General Miller only broke his leg. They unable to kill him. So while he was in treatment in the hospital, military hospital, and then in therapy, he was working on to fly back to the United States. The camp, he ordered his deputy in the camp. He was in Kabul. Ordered his deputy in the camp to give him right to see President Ghani for the president's jet to fly him back to America, because he sent cable to Washington and Army denied to fly him back. And by the time that after meet with President Ghani, that the day before, or few days before, the jet to fly General Miller back to America stopped in Canada to pick up my late brother Don's casket. And the CIA operative paid Isaac, suicide bomber, to blow up the jet. So I got the information from Afghanistan, from the therapy center, and also my divine Father told me. So I am the one that rescued to save General Austin Scott Miller life. So I took him out of Afghanistan on May the 17th, 2021. Now, I took him out to the Azerbaijan, where I own a salt company, and my Airbus was there. So while General Miller in Azerbaijan to recuperate his leg broken, they tried the American embassy in Kabul that organized to kill General Miller before they seal my Airbus and salt company, which is I got the information. So I took General Miller and my Airbus out of Azerbaijan to Egypt, Cairo. Now, while he was in Cairo, it was in June 30 to September, I think the 20th. Now, while he was in Cairo, Biden administration and General Mark Milley and Secretary Austin Lawyer that deployed fake soldier to impersonate the General Austin Scott Miller. It was on July the 12th. The fake soldier that impersonate General Miller commit more crime of lie, claimed that General Austin Scott Miller stepped down. He did not step down. He never stepped down. He was in Cairo to heal his leg was broken. Now back to July the 14th, there was a soldier. He looked like General Austin Scott Miller stepped out of the jet that impersonate General Austin Scott Miller. There is Mark Miller and lawyer Austin. The two criminals welcome the third criminal come back and step on the soldier, honor them for impersonate General Austin Scott Miller jet. Continue on by the September of 2021. General Miller was in the embassy in Khartoum, Sudan. Brian Shukan sent me a letter that he met with General Miller, tell me that he need to go to meet with the president because the issue is have to be face-to-face to meet with the president. But he cannot talk on the letter. He only can speak face-to-face. General Miller sent his son, Army Lieutenant Austin Scott Miller Jr., to the White House on September the 30th to request a jet to pick him up, return from that he benefit. Joseph Biden denied, and he held hostage to Junior. Since that, Junior as of today, April 2025, Junior is still held hostage in the White House. Now, on the November the 3rd, that Brian Shukan was in Washington, and he met with someone in Washington then to arrest General Austin Scott Miller, innocent war crime victim. The crime that they committed, all those mob in Washington committed. So I have to remove General Miller out of the. No, actually, Brian Shukan assistant Thomas Jan took General Miller and my pilot and Egypt police to the hotel and hide from them so they cannot murder General Miller. So forward to June the 3rd, Brian Shukan and CIA operative, whoever in the embassy of Khartoum, paid to the Khartoum International Airport security to have them mounted explosive in my Airbus, to blow up my Airbus. And my divine father told me, so I told General Miller. General Miller had the South Sudan Chief Police General Umar el-Bashir hide this bomb squad, locate the bomb. Now, Brian Shukan had the airport security arrest General Miller, the victim, innocent victim, arrest South Sudan Chief Police, arrest aviation engineer. How you see that the evil embassy operating in foreign country? Make the long story short, while General Miller still in the cartoon. They tried to kill him, but they failed to kill him. They abducted Egyptian police Mohammed Titi and former NATO chairman Sir Stuart Peach. They abducted them. So Stuart Peach was able to run after they stole his shoe, his wristwatch, and beat him up. But Mohammed Titi, the police unable to escape, and they murdered. That was American embassy in Khartoum, operating murder the Egyptian police, Mohammed Titi. Moving forward on June the 21st, the second time they mounted more explosives in my Airbus. I did not know that, but I suddenly get an email from Prophet Benjamin telling me that. So I told General Miller to search the Airbus before takeoff. So before the pilot about to take off, General Miller ordered stop, hold. We searched the Airbus again. So they found explosive mounted in my Airbus. The Queen of the Divine Kingdom, Queen of the Universe Airbus. So the aviation engineer and former NATO chairman removed the explosive out of my Airbus to far plane. So while the engineer tried to disable it, it explodes. So hurt both of them, had rushed to the hospital. NATO chairman very severe, so I had to have the British embassy in Sudan to take care of him, and they flown him back to London. Moving forward from Khartoum, General Miller, I got the information that they gonna arrest General Miller again and force him to sign up my Airbus so they can sell my Airbus. So General Miller took a bus, 10-hour bus from Khartoum to Port Sudan. It is a very, very dangerous, but God protect him. He got there whereas the Catholic mission that shelter the victim. It's a good shepherd. So he found meet the Reverend Abraham Dodo. So they sheltered him. While he was there, he went, Reverend Abraham helped him to meet with the Sudan airport. So they meet, and then Sudan airport general sent the pilot to Khartoum to pick up my Airbus from Khartoum to Port Sudan. Here is the serial one here. When they're about to take off, the guy named the Department of State employees named Gary Savannah collect the passport, and I'm not sure exactly what they did. A lot of times they lie, so I am not sure. So that Gary Savannah asked General Miller to contact me. So he told me that he gonna resign from High Commission because he no longer want to work for the evil company. He want to follow and join my divine mission to do the good work. So I allowed that. So on the November the 7th, 2022, they flown from Port Sudan to Heathrow Airport. So from that on, the Gary Savannah, it with the team. I already got a warning that someone that built into that Gary Savannah's looking forward to assassinate General Miller, but I wasn't sure exactly what it was. So I cannot say very much to General Miller. Back and forward, move forward to Lakenheart, U.S. Airbus in UK. Let me back to Heathrow. They hijacked my Airbus to abduct General Miller, and the pilot fled away back to his country. He worked for a Qatar airline and continue on to in the base and to the Lakenheart. Doing in the Lakenheart in 3 months, January, February, and March. The Joint Chief of Staff, General Brown, issued an order to pay for General Miller all the living. He is Army General, the assets of the country. But the White House already bought the commander of the base. His name is Brigadier General Joseph Campbell. And the pilot, which is on the day that they flew my Airbus from London to Lakenheart, my device father already told me, the military pilot focused on to steal your Airbus. And I already told General Miller. So doing over there, General Brown issued order through the army system, and they deleted in London. They deleted his order. So I told General Brown, you need to do the written. So he used the written order, send copy to me. You know what happened? Joseph Campbell, the military pilot, got the information issued from the team by Gary Savannah. During that time that General Brown already told me, someone in the team that against you. I already kind of suspect, but I'm not sure. So they lock the pilot that sent from America in the room, and they rock General Austin Scott Miller with the sleeping pill. And they got the military pilot to steal my Airbus and my personal property inside the Airbus. But my device father protected. Make the long story short, the Airbus back and forward land in Puerto Rico. And by the time that I say I'm gonna fly to Puerto Rico, they hurry up. They get out of the Puerto Rico and thought that they can success on steal my Airbus personal belonging and abduct General Miller. No. My device father protected, so it landed in the La Romana airport, Dominican Republic. During the over 1 year, my Airbus partner, I paid for General Miller staying there. I still got all the receipts. During that time, it is too long here, but Gary Savannah continued work with the White House. Get into have the White House send the CIA operative named Christopher Webber, White House with explosive to Dominican Republic, lay in the National Place Hall, target to assassinate Dominican Republic President Luis Abinader, General Miller, and me, because I have an invitation to be over there, to be as a VIP guest speaker for the President Luis Abinader anniversary celebration. So he had to cancel that. Continue from that Gary Sylvanus that worked with the Secretary of Army, had the Army aviation soldier to sabotage military jet that Lieutenant General Rich come to pick me up and fly me to Dominican Republic. So he got caught. Before that, I already told Sean Hannity, keep an eye on that Army engineer, because he gonna do something bad. That's how Sean Hannity caught him sabotage the jet engine. So the jet engine has the call and back to Washington, while the soldier aviation engineer in custody. Secretary of Army, the woman one, ordered murder the soldier engineer while he was in custody. You see how evil it is? Gary Savannah and more order inside the embassy in San Domingo. Stop the central bank of Dominican Republic to deposit $18,000 in my account. By have Kevin McCarthy send an email to the bank, say that the man come to the bank was fake General Austin Scott Miller. You see how evil they are? He is a real and end up with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and Central Bank never transfer the voucher to me. I pay for service for the voucher that approved by President Luis Abinader. Now, recently here, that General Miller the aircraft about to take up to fly him back home in San Diego. The authority in Dominican Republic arrest him. Innocent general, welcome victim, arrest him, say that the American ambassador Patricia Aguilera found that I, the Queen of the Divine Kingdom, and the four-star General Austin Scott Miller owe her $43,755. She won that to the penny. That lie. I did not owe her any money. General Austin Scott Miller did not owe her any money. She doesn't have that $43,755. Whatever she paid, very small amount, was from American taxpayer are paying for soldier legally deployed to foreign country. General Austin Scott Miller still active duty, four-star general, and it is the duty of the military to pay him. They lie. You see, and while the Lieutenant General Rich come to rescue General Miller, Lieutenant General Rich is Army Judge Advocate General again. Lieutenant Lieutenant General is Army Judge Advocate General in Afghanistan to rescue General Miller. The White House sent the same guy, CIA operative, Christopher Webber, but he go by Morrison Webber. He sent email to General Miller. He said that he took General Miller email from Lieutenant General Rich. I don't know, he lied. So he said that he confessed on that email. He said that we not come to rescue you, to bring you home, but we come to assassinate you. So they bought the hospital while General Miller was still in the hospital for his illness. They bought the hospital employee to get the information from surveillance camera for them. And they also target Lieutenant General Rich to assassinate him. The Lieutenant General Rich, security captain Charles Robinson, saw the shooter aim to shoot Lieutenant General Rich. He pushed Lieutenant General Rich on the ground and he lay on top of Lieutenant General Rich to save his life. So the bullet got hit and killed Captain Robinson. The Army, it was on January 27, 2025. Today is April the 19th, 2025. The Army denied to bring his casket back, his body back to return to his family. The Army denied to pay for General Miller to fly back because Donald Trump ordered them. It get into the Almighty Master of the Universe, order my divinity to discipline and to open the eye of the Dominican Republic leader, officer, that the American embassy employee in your country, to destroy your country. So my divinity was the one caused that jet set club roof collapse. There will be more. Now this one is phony to close the American embassy in Dominican Republic, San Domingo. Number one, the American country exists already dismissed. There's no country, no land. It says that there is no reason for the embassy and the Department of State. So today is officially declared the Master of the Universe order everyone in this world, or the leader in this world, that the American country existence completely dismissed on earth. The IOS dismissed on earth. The Bureau of Intel dismissed on earth. FBI agency and the Department of Justice dismissed on earth. So here, for the National Police Director, General Matsunaga, the Almighty order you and President Abinato to arrest all the criminals in the embassy and close the embassy ASAP until myself, as the owner, who is my divinity as Queen of Divine Kingdom and my brother, the Messiah, created all things throughout the universe, include the earth, human race, and all living creatures. Now, my brother, Jesus' soul, firstborn, inherited the mass of universe estate, but he did not have descendant. So before he died on the cross, he already transferred his inheritance, which is the mass of universe estate, to me. I own everything throughout the universe, include the earth and human race. The Meta University estate in my name. I own it. So I order the embassy to be closed ASAP. And I order to immediately release any nation active duty 4-star General Austin Scott Miller, who predestined spam of the divine Queen soul spouse, who portrayed Jesus a funny man alive. He has predestinated with the war military top commander. So I order to release him ASAP. I think I'm done. And goodbye.